Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? June is a big month for, June is a big month also for business grants. So if anyone is looking for any kind of capital for their business that they don't have to pay back, I suggest that you guys start applying for business grants. I'm going to keep preaching about this $50,000 commercial vehicle grant that's going to be due on June 14th, the progressive vehicle grant. If you go on my Instagram page, I did a walkthrough video of the grant. I think I'm like in a brown or a gray sweater looking like death and destruction, but hey, we went through the grant. But I really want to make sure that all entrepreneurs are able to access the capital that they need for their business. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and I'll try to answer them as I'm on my way to meet my brother for lunch. But a lot of times people feel like they need capital for their business, but they really don't need capital for their business, right? Sometimes if we're not having enough money at the end of the month, maybe there's another problem. Maybe we're overspending in an area, right? Maybe we are pricing our product too low from what we're actually losing money every single time we make a sale. Sometimes we may have too many expenses. You may have too many employees on one shift. You may be paying your employees too much. You may not be getting as much productivity out of your employees. Maybe our rent is too high. Maybe you're in an area that doesn't have enough foot traffic. Maybe you're in an area that's too big for what it is that you're doing. So before we just go and max out all of our credit cards, before we just go and, okay, Cybertruck, I see you. Before we just go and, get into all this debt, get these lines of credit, get these loans, I want to challenge everyone to kind of do a little business assessment. Where are you in your business? What do you think that your business needs help with before just, getting into debt? People always think that money is going to solve the problem, and money doesn't solve a problem that's not money related. If I go break my arm right now and the doctor throws a whole bunch of $100 bills on my arm, is that about to fix my arm? No. So if I'm selling these sunglasses for $10, but they cost me $9, not including the shipping, every time I sell these sunglasses, I'm losing money. So a lot of times if we are struggling with, I just have more money I have more month than money. I just can never just, catch up. Sometimes, maybe not the music. Sometimes the problem may not be that you need capital. The problem may be there's something missing in your business. Are you marketing whatever is your product or service correctly? Are you able to really have your target audience identify that, hey, they have this problem and you have the solution? Does your target audience even know that you exist, right? If you're solving a problem, how do you get your business out in front of those people? How do you get your business to the group of people that need your product? If somebody wants to drop their business in the chat as to what they do, I can kind of give more detailed examples based on the industry that you're in. But sometimes if we're not bleeding, if we're not overpaying our employees, if we're not pricing our product wrong, we may be needing money not because we need it, but because we don't have enough sales. If you had some more sales, if you had some more clients, then you wouldn't need this additional cash flow. Okay, I see graphic design business, I see a hairstylist, and I see home care. Okay, a graphic design business. Every business owner, I'll just start with business owners. Business owners need logos. Business owners need graphics for social media. Business owners need websites. Business owners are going to need things printed. Like if they're doing a trade show, if they're going somewhere, they may need a banner sign, right? So how do I get my business in front of a whole bunch of business owners? Where are the conferences that business owners are going to be at? It's the summertime. There is a conference for any kind of industry right now during the summertime. Why are you not at the gardening conference? Why are you not at the accounting conference? Why are you not at the real estate conference? Why are you not at Invest Fest? Why are you not at any at Essence Festival at the in the business section? Why are you not at any of the Forbes entrepreneurial conferences this summer? You need to be at a conference. That's where your target audience is. Just be in the building where they are. Everyone in there either needs a logo or to revamp their logo, needs a website or to revamp their website. Could use some flyers, could use some templates for social media. Everyone's trying to build their brand, right? You could do a free audit. Hey, for business owners, let me do a free audit of your business and kind of, showcase to them, how a cleaner logo, how maybe a better designed website will attract their audience. Wherever you're located, where are the business groups in your city? Where's the Chamber of Commerce? Where's the Women's Chamber of Commerce? Where are the who are the network groups in your city? Why are you not at their events, right? So I believe in getting my product or service out to the masses, right? You can do door to door, person to person, but if you go to whoever is sourcing these things, where is the business development organizations in your city, right? The SBA, whatever are designed. Everyone who comes through their door is going to need a logo, is going to need a website, is going to need things, so go to where your audience is going to be in bulk, and that'll be an easier way to drum up business. A hairstyle. Well, what kind of hairstyles? Are you natural? Are you weaves? Are you braids? Are you wigs? What are you? Number one, I used to have 10 hair salons, right? If you're a hairstylist, you better look like money every day. Nobody wants to go to a beauty expert who looks like death and destruction, right? So is your hair laid? Do you have makeup on? Do we have fashion forward clothes on? Are you posting all the clients that you're doing? Are you giving hair tips, right? So selling is not just, hey, here's my product, here's my product, here's my product. We got to kind of give some content. We got to kind of educate our clientele on why do we need extensions? Why do we need braids? Why do we need this? What kind of tools should we be using? How often is too much to be flat ironing our hair? How long should we be keeping our protective style in? So I don't know exactly what type of hairstylist you are, but but whatever is your industry, you need to be giving tips and tricks. But every time you're on camera, you need to look like money. At my salons, the hairstylists had to have 5 pieces of makeup on, hair had to be done, and they had to have something fashion forward on. We're not doing no smocks, we're not doing no capes, we're not doing none of that. You need to sell your product. Everywhere you go, you should be selling. You go to the gas station, someone should be stopping you. Oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty. When you go to the grocery store, someone should be stopping you. Oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty. Oh, well, thank you. I do hair. But if you have your hair in a ponytail, if you have your hair in a hat, if you have your hair on top of your head running around errands because you're just so busy, well, baby, yes, you're busy, but you're also a walking billboard. You are a product of the product. It's like I'm about to go to the gym to lose 10 pounds, and I have a trainer who has abs and thighs of steel, and then there's someone who's bigger than me. Well, do I want the trainer who's already in shape, Or do I want a trainer that's bigger than me? Well, baby, if you're bigger than me, then clearly you haven't done what you're about to tell me. Well, you aren't doing what you're about to tell me to do. So clearly I don't know if it works or not. But this girl over here with these abs and these thighs of steel, I'm going to go ahead and listen to her because she at least looks the part. So if you're in the beauty, and it's not just hair, it's lashes, it's nails. If you're in that beauty industry, you need to look like something. Okay? So you are a walking billboard. Truck and dispatch. If you're in trucking and dispatching, I need to know exactly what we're doing in trucking and dispatching. If you're on that low board, you're not going to make money, right? If you're on that low board, you're not going to make money. You need to be getting a contract. There's not a lot of profit margin on that low board. So if you haven't built up here's the thing. Trucking is an expensive industry, right? And so when someone is trusting you with their load, they want to make sure that it's going to, one, get from point A to point B safely. And number two, there's a lot of competition, okay? So if you are a one truck show, you may want to think about partnering or getting on with a bigger company. You mean go work for somebody? Yes. How else are you going to get experience? How else are you going to learn the trade? If you're just on this low board, it's kind of like there's only so much meat on the bone on the low board. If you're stuck on that low board, you're never going to get off. If there's not enough money, not enough profit margin on that low board, you need to go find you a contract. FedEx has contracts. Amazon has contracts. You need to have a contract. Because if you're just stuck on that low board, you're not gonna make enough profit. You're just gonna make enough money to pay the bills, and then that's it. There's nothing left. So you're gonna kind of be stuck on that hamster wheel. So anything in trucking you need to go on this contract road, contract way of having some guaranteed money that has more profit margin. And you definitely do not want to deal with anything with a factoring company. Run from the factoring company. If you get caught up in that cycle, it's like a dead end. It's just a dead end cycle. Because factoring, you have to give away a percentage of the profits. There's already barely enough meat on the bone to begin with, so we're just stuck in that rat race. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. So we need a contract. Who else did we have? Let me see. What other industry do we have? I thought I saw some industries in here. Hold on, y'all. A daycare center. How can you compete with the daycares in your area? Can you open up an hour earlier? Can you close an hour later? Do you have some kind of certification, Montessori? Are you offering some kind of after school programs, like where a karate teacher or a music teacher or a Spanish teacher is going to come in, and a gymnastics teacher, and the parent can pay additional money to have their child in some kind of extracurricular activity? Who are the people that need your daycare services? So what kind of businesses are in the area that you can maybe offer a discount? So hey, is there an accounting firm? Is there a law firm? Is there, hold on, text my brother. Is there a big school district? Someone that's going to already have parents there, and then we offer those parents, hey, hold on, exiting. Whatever is your rate, we're going to advertise it to be more than what it is. And then we're going to give the parents a discount. So, hey, if, since you're in the area, we're giving all business owners, we're giving all employees of the business in the area a discount, for our daycare center. But look around in your daycare. If you have a brick and mortar, or forget a brick and mortar, always do your research as to what the competition is doing. What are the businesses in your area in that same industry doing? Or what are the businesses online in your same industry? What are they doing? What are they offering? What is their price point? How do you make yourself different? When I started my salon franchise, I started the $50 sew-in in Houston, Texas, right? So this is going to be circa 2012. So the going rate for a sew-in back then was $175, $200, right? So I came up with the $50 sew-in. Now here's the catch. It's the most basic sewing ever, right? There's no net. It's going to come back with straight back braids. There's no style. We're just sewing the hair in. And then I had tiered pricing. So if you want to cut and style, if you wanted no hair out, I had multiple pricing. So my whole gimmick was $50 sewing to get you in the door. And then once you got in the door, it would upsell you on the package of what you really needed, right? So you can have a gimmick like first month's free or first month half off, but they have to pay 3 months up front. So you're already getting that upfront money. Or 1 month free, but they have to sign up for a year, and you just prorate that year for 11 months. So you can kind of, see what the competition is doing. If you can't open an hour early, if you can't stay an hour later, if you can't offer a more organic meal, if we can't have music, Spanish, or something else, what's going to make your daycare different or stand out? You got to have something that's different, right? And now, mind you, don't say 1 month free and and you don't have a clientele that can pay a year in advance, right? So if we're dealing with people who really can't pay up front for anything extra, then maybe you can offer some kind of ancillary services, right? So that's where the extracurricular, the dance, the music, the Spanish, the gymnastics, they can do that. Or open up an hour early. If everyone in the area is open at 6, you open at 5. Everyone is closed at 6, you close at 7. Everyone closes at 7, you close at 8, to give that parent something extra. Or maybe we can have something on the weekends, right? Where on Saturdays you would offer like a 9 to 12 or a 9 to 2 of some kind of weekend daycare. You got to figure out what can I offer that's going to make my business stand out. And you're always looking for things to offer. Bonus clients, so any kind of client retention program. And whatever is making you different, we want to accentuate. That's not the word. We want to make sure everyone knows what makes us different. Maybe what makes you different is you've had your daycare for 20 years and you haven't had any issues, right? So right now in the daycare industry, what's going on? Kids getting beat. Kids are dying. They're being left on buses. Everyone's afraid of the daycare because these employees and these daycare centers are really just, hiring cheap employees that aren't watching the kids to make the most profit. So I would market my business that counteracts all of the cons of the daycare industry. Hey, I'm Joy, and at Joy's Daycare, we have over 30 years of experience. Over 30 years, we've never had one write-up from the state. In 30 years, we've never had any kind of incident or any kind of death with the child. Are you scared to drop your child at daycare because you don't know what's going to happen? Well, here at Joy's Daycare, all of our teachers have X amount of years of experience. If they don't, make up your own certification process, right? So all of our teachers here have the JX certification. Nobody knows what JX certification is. It just sounds good, right? But that's going to be where you actually walk and tell them what it is. At my daycare, safety and child safety is my number one concern. I want to make sure that all of my staff know CPR. Everyone who has an allergy, we have these protocols. We have a 3-to-1, a 4-to-1 ratio. When your child is dropped off at Joy's Daycare, they are not just a number. You want to kind of promote all the things that make your daycare stand out. Forget daycare. What makes your business stand out, right? I'm not selling you a cup. The cup is coming from a company that's 10 years old. Our CEO has been in the game for blah, blah, blah year. Like, you got to really sell the uniqueness of your brand and why someone should love and trust you. And once you focus on promoting that and getting your business around where your target audience is, that's why it's so important to understand who is your product or service for. It's not for everybody. Walmart isn't for everybody. Chanel isn't for everybody. Target isn't for everybody. Dunkin' Donuts isn't for everybody. No, there is no brand that's for everybody. Every brand has their own target audience. Who is my product or service designed for? And once you understand who your product or service is designed for, now you know how to market to them because you know what their concerns are. My mom is a headmaster at a Montessori school, right? It's going to be, what is she? I think she's like, I don't know how young she starts, but she ends right at kindergarten, okay? I believe the tuition is either $20,000 or $25,000 for the year. A person who's paying that kind of money for daycare has different expectations, right? So if I'm marketing to someone of that has that much disposable income, I have to be offering more in service. I'm not advertising my price. 1 month free isn't even a 1 month free isn't even sparking the interest of someone who's going to pay $25,000, $30,000 for their 2-year-old to go to school that could care less about 1 month being free. Now, what they do care about is what is the curriculum. Yes, my child can barely talk, but are you going to be talking to them in English and in Spanish, or English and Spanish? And how many different languages do the teachers talk to the kids at that age, right? So if I am running a daycare and my tuition is $30,000 for the year, and I'm saying buy one, get one free, I'm not even catching my target audience attention because my target audience doesn't even care about anything being for free. So you got to understand first who is your target audience, so then I know how to market to them. On the flip side, if I'm doing a daycare in a more middle class environment where price is a factor, they may be interested in a month free education. But if I'm not advertising how to get a month free, I'm talking about how all of our teachers speak all these different languages. Well, to a person who cost is a factor, the fact that they speak all these different languages already means it's about to be expensive. You ever walk into a store or a restaurant, just by the ambiance, you already know it's about to be expensive, right? So knowing your target audience is so important to then know how to market to them, to then have them understand, hey, I can solve your problem, and then get them to you. So if any of what I'm talking about today about how to make your business stand out, how to understand your numbers, how to market to your target audience, if any of that interests you, I am doing a free See at the Bank Masterclass in a couple of weeks. You'll want to get on the waiting list by dropping the word bank in the comments. Dropping the word bank in the comments to get the link to get on the waiting list, where I'm going to be going over what's going to be your proper business structure. We're going to go over some advanced business structure dealing with trust and, parent companies, holding companies. We're going to break down how to get business funding that's solely in your business EIN, right? So if you don't want to be a personal guarantor, if you can't be a personal guarantor, I got you. We're going to go over how to establish business credit that's solely in the business name, how to win business grants, what contracts do we need to protect our business, but more importantly, how to market our business. How do we go and get our client and bring them to our business or bring them to our website? Once we understand the structure, once we understand how to get the funds that we need, and then more importantly, because marketing is going to be, marketing is normally the biggest budget item in a business, because that's what's bringing you your cash flow. You have to always be either nurturing your current clients to have them keep being, repeat clients, or we need to now go out and get some new clients. We got to always be having new cash flow coming in. So if you want to learn how to market your business, that's the most important part of a business. I will drop bank in the chat, or DM me bank if you are DM me bank if you have a private page. The link will be sent to you, and I will just DM you the link. Okay. Everyone have a fabulous Wednesday, and I will of course see you at the bank.